Welcome to the channel today. It's your boy Hood. I actually want to take you into one of my campaigns that I recently just did. This one situation down in Houston, Texas for Harris County, where 19 judges actually got elected at the same time. This is what I did. Look, I said 19 judges got accepted at the same time. You know, got accepted at the same time, and I think it's just a great thing. It's a great thing, and the craziest thing about it is, naturally when it comes down to these type of situations, it's a lot of straight ticket, voting. Hey, it's to the point. It really doesn't require you to really think about anything. So, it just gets done, like that basically. In the midst of the straight ticket voting, these ladies were actually able to win. And it was because, of course, the awareness of them. It's 19 of them, and it took, one photo, I personally feel, to spread to spread the positive energy of it, because it is a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, that's something, people have different lives, so they don't actually have the ability to. Everybody does not tune into the same media everywhere in the world. They do on Facebook though. Everybody's on Facebook. A lot of people's on Facebook. 2.2 billion people's on Facebook. But what I mean is everyone lives individual lives, but this is just one place where people actually always come. So, with this situation, instead of doing the traditional ways of marketing, what I just basically suggested, for my specific client was that, let's just do Facebook marketing for her to actually get her out there so people can actually, get a sense of who she is. So what I want to do today is I just want to go ahead and just take you guys into this campaign. In here, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know right now up front, I'm going to show you the money in Facebook. I'm going to show you how much was actually spent for this campaign. I'm even going to actually explain to you different types of ads as well, because I want you to understand how you have to actually communicate on Facebook. When you're doing advertising, I need you to understand that it's not about you, it's about your audience. And by you better communicating with them, you actually have the benefits of actually learning how much it costs for you to even use Facebook. So it's just being, if you care about, saving that money, then this is a great way to be cost effective. And that's what it's really about, just being cost effective. And using Facebook, it's naturally going to be cost effective because it's a place where everyone is at, but also because of the systems that they have in place. Other platforms have different ways of, reaching people. And of course, those platforms will have their benefits based on the demographics. Of course, Snapchat, for, the younger generations, and they have their ways of reaching it, of course, but, it's a heavy demographic, in the younger. But of course, over here, we got everybody in a sense, because, their family is on there. It's a very good chance that they're going to be pulled there. So, but what I want to show you today, like I said, is I want to show you, even though this may be a political Facebook campaign, all the rules basically still apply when communicating with your audience, because that's who you're talking to, that's who you're trying to make a move. But I want to show you how people have no idea about you, and then when you reach them, you may have the ability to change lives. And that's what this is about for me. This is what it was for me. It was about giving hope and changing lives. So just enjoy this. That's basically what it's about. So let's go to the next slide. Everybody in life don't have the same interests, but naturally in life, when people come into your business, you don't really have the ability to just pick and choose who you want to come in. Not like, you're just trying to segregate some stuff or something like that. Black dude talk about segregation. no, but for real though, it's not, like you trying to do anything like that. But basically, it's just that, let's be wise with your ad spend. You should have the ability to say, what, let me choose who I believe is my best customers, and let me gamble on that. Because, it's all a gamble. Life is a gamble, you know. That's what it is, you know. But hey, if you believe you know exactly who your customers is, then this should be a piece of cake, right? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is the next slide. And as you can see, I called it the product introduction, because remember, as marketers, you know, we're dealing with products. Not all products sell the same. You know, not all products can gather the same emotional, you know, where it's something that's considered useful as well as a passion. Everything doesn't have that crossover value. So you need to start looking at different things, and even things that you're gonna post. That's my main thing of the day. Even the things that you're gonna post, it doesn't have the same value, because it just doesn't. It just doesn't. And I'm gonna get to that soon, but I'm gonna go ahead and explain. So on the left, of course, the one person that's by themselves, that's the client, that's the homie. You gotta have it like that. Anyway, you know, she definitely gave me an opportunity. I really do appreciate it. She allowed me to get the opportunity to go ahead and try to, you know, run her campaigns for her online, you know, because naturally, you know, people do traditional things. You know, they just do the whole list signs, and she still did the signs. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no wrong to have some, you know, fully glitched out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Got your little signs going. You know, it's everybody filling your signs, taking pictures with it. You know, it's cool. You know, so I mean, it was fly. You know, we did some fun stuff with that too. Actually, what I had did was I had took like a picture for a sign, and then I had turned it into like a reach campaign, and then I just ran it. And I told her, I was like, look, for like $4, it's like I physically put it on like over like 4,000 people lawn for like I just did that super duper fast. That's some fly stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was having fun with it, you know, and I really do appreciate it, you know. I saw this, to be honest, you know, as a great opportunity just to change lives. You know, that was the key thing for me. So I appreciate it more than anything, you know. I felt like it was a tag team situation all the way through it. You know, she had a vision. She communicated that to me, and I executed for her. So, you know, that's what it comes down. Teamwork make the dream work. That's real, you know. Ain't nothing, and what it is more than anything, the fundamentals of it, which people got to remember, is positive energy. You know, positive energy makes everything flow right. It feel good. Just keep it going. Positive energy. But yeah, like I said, if you look at this picture to the right, that's a very powerful picture right there. You know, that's a lot of. Let's think about this picture for a second. That picture right there. Do you know the sacrifices that everybody had to make in there to get into one picture like this? I mean, the fact of their entire life. Like, people, you have to understand that photos are art, okay? Photos are art. Like, people feel it even when they don't know how to appreciate it. Because when they see it, they appreciate it, right? Like, and I mean, whatever race you may be, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we good, player, you know what I'm saying? We all good, you know what I'm talking about? But, you know, for, you know, the black culture, this is real. This is a real situation right here. You know what I'm saying? Education, this represents education to the highest 19th degree. You know what I'm saying? To the highest 19th degree education right here. You know, it's a lot of energy right there. So when you see this means this gives hope to people. This makes people feel like, you know what, I can do it. And that was the main goal for me. You know, it's a wonderful product. It makes your job easier. The better the product is, it makes your job easy. To me, this felt like this was so simple to me. It just felt like it just flowed. It was just nothing, but you're gonna see that it just flowed. So, like I said, pay attention to the product that you are getting ready to advertise and the images of it too. You know, it really matters more to not you, but to your audience. So pay attention to that. All right. All right, let's go to the next slide. So think about it. I want you to tell me how much does it normally cost for you to reach your audience, right? So let's think of it like this. We're gonna think about some traditional stuff. They said to get like the largest billboard, which is built where heavy traffic, and see that's the key word in this situation too, traffic. And we're gonna get into that in just a little bit, but where heavy traffic is at, basically maximizing exposure. That's the whole goal. Like what was that, like $1,500 to $5,000 depending on the location a month, basically, for that. And think about it like this: you have that big banner up there, so many people drive by, but guess what? That's brand awareness, right? But that's in one location, right? And a person has to go past that location just to see your brand. You didn't conveniently bring it to them, right? You didn't conveniently bring that to them at all. They had to go down a specific path just to see it. And then on top of them going down that specific path, you have no way to even know who even really cared more. Like, what's the different percentages of people caring more? Who cared more? Like, think about it like that. Like, dang, what about if you can spend your money and be able to know who saw it, right? Know who cared more about it. And then what would you do at that time with that information? You know what? Now that I know that, I'm going to actually reach out to that person before I reach out to that person. Because I feel like this person over here will probably care more about what I have to offer, a lot faster. That's like the normal thing that people do in businesses nowadays, right? They put the lit priorities in the main lit box. They have it over here. And then the other customers who they feel like it's not really that connected to them, but, maybe somewhere down the line, they'll hit them up in like 6 months or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Situations like that. So you go from a situation to where you just give all your money and then you're just hoping to where you have the ability to dig in and you know what? Let me take full control of this situation here. I'm gonna put this up. I want to see who sees it. Okay, you saw it or you liked on it. Okay, let me go look at your profile real quick. Okay, you know what? You look like you would definitely be the person that would love this. Situations like that, or even ways to entice them to communicate to you so you can follow up. That's what you want to do. You want to be able to be engaged with your customers always. That's the main goal always, man. You gotta want to be engaged, man. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just about to take you through a couple of different ads really quick. Got like 4 of them in here really quick, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just show you the numbers and just explain to you like the ads, like why I chose this picture and. I'm pretty sure you get why I chose this picture. I mean, look at it. The new faces of justice. I mean, it speaks for yourself. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the ad really quick, the way how I got it set up. Also, well, shout out to my aunt down there. As you can see her little name right there at the bottom. Anyway, so basically, as you can see, Harris County. As you can see, the message itself is. It's a moving message already. Starts out with the alarm. Burr, burr. Oh snap! How you supposed to feel about alarm sirens going off? You supposed to. Attention! Hold up, what's going on? Let me see what's going on real quick around this corner. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? You just really just sitting up, ready to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So we mentioned the place, Harris County. Of course, I didn't rent it to like nobody that wasn't in Harris County, but. The fact of it is people have lots of things in their timeline throughout the day. If they see something that says something that's very similar to like that's locationally close to them, or something that's closer to them naturally, they're more alert faster, right? Like think about how many times you just go down your timeline, you just scroll. You know what I'm saying? You just scrolling down that thing. And then you have to actually create things to try to catch people's attentions. So that's a key part about this. I didn't make the ads to where they were not catchy. I wanted to make sure that when you see it, oh yeah, I need to pay attention to this. What's going on? Okay, So I got him with the little red lights. Boom, what's happening? How you doing? And then, the copy. Now at the bottom, I just said history, history together, let's make history together. Devote to vote. Devote to vote. Yeah, there we go. That's how it went. But yeah, as you can see, the picture is just a very beautiful picture as well. It's just a very moving. And the specific audience that I sent this to, of course, were people that would really appreciate this picture. Really appreciate this picture. And that's what you got to do. Target the correct audience. You did. So let's get over here. Okay. So as you can see right here, right, we're gonna talk about this really quick. Now, there's two different things in Facebook. You have impressions, and impressions, I didn't show you that because it really doesn't matter, even though it's cool. But the thing of it is, it stacks up. But what's better is the reach, because that means you actually landed, your target. So I wanted to show you this, for this ad, right, this specific ad right here, we actually, to reach 1,000 people, it only costs $15.36. So, to reach 1,000 people, that's one thing that you already know. That's already you taking control of your ad spend from the beginning. You know now that it takes, and see, the thing of it is, this number can get better based on how good your ads do, because you're gonna notice throughout the different ads that I show you, it's going to be different. That number is going to be different. So definitely just notice this number right here. Now, as you can see, you see how many people we reached in this specific ad. It didn't run really that long. I think I just had to run it for 6 days, as I say right there. But as you can see, we reached 4,200 people locally. Okay? That fast, right? Now, that's a number that we know that we did in this specific campaign. Also, Facebook allows us to actually track and see how well the content that we have is to that specific audience as well. And what that is the relevance score, right? As you can see right here, that's at 8. Now, one thing that you're going to notice in here is this. So first, I'm going to let you know this. The better the relevance score, the cheaper things become, right? That's a fact. That is. But at the same time, you're going to notice that certain things may be at the same relevance score, but it's still not holding weight. And that's because you're going to notice is that the ads themselves, notice the images, right? Notice the images. Some images are going to have a more of an emotional connection to the audience for them than actually her. So that I want you to notice that. Just notice that. Notice that. We got a lot of page engagement for this, likes, comments, shares, as you can see down here. 43 shares. It's share worthy. Look at this picture. It's share worthy. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool thing. And we're gonna go ahead and go to the next one. All right. Oh, hold on. One last thing. As you see the amount spent, of course, $65. $65 for 4,000 people. And it was 17 cents. So yeah, pay attention to this cost. And of course you can look at the relevant score, but also notice the image. The image, the content says, player, did you just walk through my screen, player? Did you just interrupt and just walk through my screen, player? Don't do that. Don't do that, dog. I need to know when you do stuff like that. Okay, I feel you. Appreciate you. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to it. Let's get back to it. Here we go. All right. So in this campaign in this ad right here, as you can see, this photo right here is not necessarily for the it's for the audience. We want to show that we doing some things out here. People rallying up, people feeling it, people feeling connected. But it's also the people. The people is in this photo. That we care for, of course, that we're standing for. And everything, so that's the beautiful situation in here. But as you can see, it's still not something that is fully for them. Alrighty, on to the next slide. So on this one right here, this was a cool one too. I think this was like one of the best ones that she actually had. It was pretty cool. I made sure I pumped into this one because it just kept performing better and better, I think the message in this one, I kept the copy very short. I never try to make the copy very long and lengthy. I'm about communicating in the very simplistic way. People not only have a lot of things going on in their minds on a day-to-day basis, but the people's minds are very much scattered. It takes, like, it's at times it's kind of uncomfortable for people to just like just sit there and read a whole bunch of stuff, and it's kind of like inconvenient. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about convenience, and I know that's how the world is becoming. The world is, and that's what it's focusing on, and that's the subtle change that makes everything great is convenience. When you lose that convenience, that you feel that. So that's basically what I went for this campaign. And as you can see in here, I actually didn't even know about him at first. I'm in the digital world, man. I don't know nothing locally. I don't know nothing locally. I'm sorry. But yeah, his name is Beto. I do not know his last name. My fault, big dog. Hey, you did your thing, player. You know what I'm saying? You was out there trying to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? But keep going, player. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, whatever. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? In this picture, to me, this picture just spoke a lot to me. I like to look at the pictures and then choose like emotions from it, because I feel like that's what images are for. And of course, at the end of the day, when you do this marketing stuff, you have to understand. I mean, it's up to you to understand. It's up to you. But for me, I look at it as also being an artist, because you create all of these things. You put pieces together, the copy, the words. That's the same thing. The copy, the picture, or the video, and the structure of the video, however you have in the video, all the pieces are being put together, and they have to make sense and feel good. And that's what it's about, you know what I'm saying? So with this one, I focus this one to say we are in this together. It's a very subtle thing. It looks like it's multiple races in this picture. It really does. We can make a great change for our future generations. Join us. Just straight up. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get them engaged. Hey, that's a question right there. Think about that. I want you to think about that. So it's just basically, having them just think. I want you to think. I want you to think positively. And that was the main goal with this one. So you see, with this campaign, it took about $14 to actually reach 1,000 people. And hey, the relevance score for this ad was a 10, so it was actually doing really, really good. So as the ad performed, I just put more into it because it just kept taking off, which is a good thing. So I think with this ad right here, this was just a great unity ad. It just, everything just felt right. It was just a positive energy, just complete positive energy. So definitely, if anything, try to, for whatever product it may be that you're having, try to make it feel good, if you feel like you may need assistance with that, then hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's art. So be creative with it, definitely, more than anything. All right, let's go to the next one. Now, here is the last one. And see, I wanted to just show you this, because this is what I mean right here. Now, this picture in here, it really doesn't have a emotional connection to nobody. But it's cool because it's people looking at you, right? So it's already catchy. It's like, you scroll, what you look, y'all looking at me? What's going on? Okay, let me look up. Oh, okay, Harris Connick. It's just, to me, I feel like this ad was just a very catchy ad completely. It's just kind of like it just throws you off because you see people looking at you, like they actually looking directly at you, you know what I'm saying? And this was just for the early voting, but I went into this kind of not feeling like it would do that well, but I definitely wanted to give it a shot. It's very important to definitely give it a shot. Remember, we're scientists as well. Yeah, you gotta test. You gotta mix them chemicals. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, just get into it. It's a fun thing. But as you can see right here, basically what this just symbolizes going up is just as the days went, it basically started costing more and more to reach people because people were less engaged. It's not really something that they can really just share with their families and just feel all connected with. And it's really, it is just saying, are you ready? Stand with me, stand for us. It's not a the life is about to change and we can do this together, situation. Because the picture definitely don't symbol. I mean, it don't symbolize it. It's them, in their place, doing their job, and then it's like they just took a picture and they just like, hey, what's happening? Y'all trying to get down with this? What's up? Let's get it popping. Situation like that. So it's cool. It's cool, but just know that content like this may not go as far as other content that has more emotional value for your audience. So remember that for sure. All right, and as you can see how much it was, 17. So it was a little bit more, It did good with the relevance score. Like I said, I feel like the relevance probably went through more than anything because of how alarming this ad was. So I feel like that was the beautiful part about it. And I kept the copy short too. As you can see, I kept the copy really, really short because, it was simple to the point. Stand with me, stand for us. That I figured they'll come to the page and then they'll just see more content because it's still about communicating to them. At times, it may just take them to come back to the page, and a lot of the time, people came back to the page liking a whole bunch of other little content that's on the page, and that's what it's for. You want to pull them in at as cheap as possible. The right way, always. Always. So yeah, as you can see, this is just an example of an ad that is not as emotional connected to an audience, but still did pretty good. It probably would have kept getting expensive though, so I did cut it off. You know what I'm saying? You got to be wise with the ad spend. There was other ads performing well, so I needed to focus on those because if they're taking off, that pulled and got hit. You gotta keep doing your thing. So yeah, that's a good thing. Now this part right here is the part that everyone was waiting for. This is what you were waiting for right here. This is the main part why you more than likely probably watched this video. You want to know how much money it took to reach everyone in our specific campaign. Now, in our specific campaign, other people were definitely doing their thing, but on our end, this is what we did. So basically, as you can see, she kind of put a limit on me, you know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't trusting it at first, Just let me see how well it do real quick. Just give me little limits. And so it was cool. It's all cool, you know what I'm saying? But as we kept going, and she kept seeing the value, because she kept receiving all the messages. Wow, you this is beautiful. Wow, make history, sister. All of it, the kids looking up to her. This is beautiful. Our family went to go vote today. We're going to go vote tomorrow. Thank you. I just voted. That's the engagement that you want to get from your audience. It feels good for you. And that's the beauty in this. When you buy that billboard, you don't have the opportunity to engage with your audience. And I'm not knocking them, you know what I'm saying? They definitely gonna get their hustle. People gonna keep getting it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna eat some kind of way. So the thing of it is this. When you take this approach, you have the ability to engage with your audience. And, she had that ability, so we're just going to get into these numbers really quick. Like I said, this is what you want right here for sure. So as you can see, it was, like I said, it was 1,400 for this entire process. And we were able to reach. The impressions are, of course, a lot higher. The impressions was like 200,000 or something. But like I said, that means they could have just saw it multiple times. But, I want you to see the reach, because that's going to be the main thing that means it landed its target to where it needed to go. So for 1,400, we reached 51,000 people. That's almost a 50-to-1 ratio to profit already. And you know how many people who looked up at your billboard. You know what I'm saying? You know that. As well as 27,000 engagements, which basically, as you can see down here, we got them at about 8 cents per engagement. So those 27,000 over there, on average, we only spent 8 cents per engagement. That's like, comment, shares. 8 cents. Just 8 cents. That's it. And as you can see, the large billboard cost. You see how much that costs? you don't have no way of engaging. You don't have the ability to know if you even target the right people. You don't have that ability. You don't even know if that was the right place to even, you know what, you're going to put that big billboard up there, and then people just going to just drive right past it. And you have no way of tracking that at all. So definitely just you want to come to Facebook. you want to move to more modern ways of doing of this, because everything is trackable now. Everything. Oh, you think I don't see you right now? I see what you got. Yeah. Put that snack down. Greedy ass. But nah, man. But yeah, man. So this is the power in it. You know, this was the total marketing spin right here. It was just literally this. Overall, is as long as you have the correct product or service, you know, and you communicate to the right audience at the right time, right? Right time, right? We're going to say right time. You know, that billboard, you know, them posters, them magazines and all of that stuff, you know, that may not be the right time. You know, everybody not looking there, but people checking their phones all the time for different notifications, emails, you know, all kind of stuff, phone calls, everything. You know, they looking down, you know. It's a behavior that is naturally occurring. So why not be a part of that natural occurrence? Looking up to the left. People don't even really like to look up. Look that up. Look that up. People don't really like to look up. Why you think, like, in video games, they rarely have you look up? Because that's not a natural behavior for people. But looking down is. So you got to think about that. That's something I want you to think about, and maybe that'll emotionally make you understand that this is definitely where you would want to go with this situation for sure. So remember, create content that benefits your audience more than you. We're just gonna keep it cut and dry, just like that. Simple as that. If it's benefiting you more than your audience, then that ain't what you want to post. Okay? Don't sit up there and put up nothing about a sale unless it's benefiting your customers more than you. Alright? Remember that. I definitely do appreciate your time watching this video. I plan on making more content, you know, just putting out more content on here and just adding value however possibly way I can, because I ain't trying to struggle. You did. No, but definitely. You know, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I plan on having more videos on here, honestly. And definitely, I want you, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know, I mean, if there's anything that you feel as if you may need assistance with, I mean, hit me up. You know, I'm definitely down to answer questions and spread those positive vibes. And I mean, everybody deserves that future, you know. So definitely keep working hard on your goals and aiming high. And remember, you know, educate yourself. It's very important. It's very important. I always speak about that. So if you don't like education, you got a problem. So, hey, and it ain't even about, you know, other people. It's about you. So focus on you. You got it, player. All right, so appreciate y'all again. Have a wonderful day.